In today's show, we'll be discussing the new U.S. stimulus, Brexit, and the $20,000 Bitcoin price, as well as 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week. That's right, institutional FOMO is kicking in. A lot of money flowing right now into the king of all crypto, so I'll be breaking all this down for you in today's show. Also, breaking news, Bitcoin just made its highest weekly close in history, and it's definitely a bullish indicator when Bitcoin's making higher highs and higher lows. We'll be discussing the potential of Bitcoin breaking that critical 20K resistance this week. Also, they just made a prediction right here at $50,000 per Bitcoin. Its market cap would be about 10% of gold. So let's hypothetically say the gold market cap right now is $10 trillion. That would mean once the Bitcoin market cap surpasses $1 trillion, that would put the Bitcoin price at about $50,000. We'll be discussing this in today's show. Also in today's episode, Planb recently tweeted, Bitcoin and central bank balance sheets have gone hand in hand last 10 years, but now Bitcoin is lagging behind about 2 orders of magnitude, which could give us 100x room for growth. And if Bitcoin did 100x from here, trading at roughly $20,000, that would put the Bitcoin price at about $2 million per BTC. We'll be discussing this right here in today's show. We'll also be taking a look at his latest chart he shared this morning, which shows the 200-week moving average at 7,500, which shows a monthly increase of 5.5%, which resembles that of late 2016, early 2017, which is yet another bullish indicator. Also breaking news, I finally received my copy of the Bitcoin Standard. It's right here. That's right. So shout out to Saifedean Amos as well as Max Kaiser for consistently recommending to pick this up. I'm very glad that I did. Also in today's show, we're going to be taking a look at the overall crypto market. As you can see, Bitcoin currently up about 1.5%, trading above $19,150. We have all the major altcoins also in the green, but where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day, so be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium Crypto News Alerts every single day, just like this. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below the video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV. We have a lot to discuss today, so let's dive right in, shall we? Bitcoin starts another week aiming for 19,500 and beyond as crunch time for Brexit meets mass U.S. money printing. That's right, and as we take a look at these price factors at stake for Bitcoin this week, as the shaky 19,000 support remains in play. So 7 trillion more in money printing. That's right, the more controversial elements of U.S. presidential-elect Joe Biden's future tenure are already becoming clearer, and it's good news for Bitcoin. Money printer will continue to go. That's a fact. As his inauguration edges closer, Biden has already said that he plans a $7 trillion recovery package to tackle the impact of the coronavirus pandemic. This would add a huge new chunk of debt to the already huge mountain that the U.S. has accrued this year. And against the backdrop of an already weakening dollar, the U.S. could thus face a potential cocktail of dangerous economic factors driving down wealth. The appeal of a safe haven has thus never been so real. Thank God. For Bitcoin, we had a horrible time in 2008 because of too much debt, and since 2008, the debt everywhere has skyrocketed. We can't even count how much debt is up. Jim Rogers, co-founder of the Quantum Fund with George Soros, said at an investment summit last week, quoted by Reuters. Now, if Janet Yellen is the next Secretary of the Treasury, she loves to print and spend money. That's right, the strength of the dollar is predicted to fall further in 2021, something that has traditionally buoyed Bitcoin. The greenback is already at its weakest against a basket of trading partner currencies since April of 2018. As an indication of the direction the U.S. is headed, meanwhile, Preston Pish noted the opposing direction of the U.S. debt versus the M2 money velocity, as he shared right here on Crypto Twitter. Check out the disparity of these two charts just in 2020 alone. A growth in M2 money supply by 22.5%, and velocity of money is down by 20%. So printing is nesting itself into bonds and stocks. It's causing massive destruction of the middle class. You might want to check out Bitcoin Touche. So a new stimulus may be coming, but this time without checks. New debt may come a lot sooner than even Biden can summon. As senators began hinting on Sunday, a new coronavirus pandemic stimulus package could appear as soon as Monday. Subject to voting, the bill would come with a price tag of almost $1 trillion and provided targeted relief. Democratic Senator Mark Warner of Virginia told CNN, "I think we've got the top line numbers done. We are working right now on a language so that we can have as early as tomorrow a piece of legislation." He claimed the new stimulus bill has seen little progress despite promises from the Treasury Secretary Steven Mnuchin months before. A second stimulus check of $1,200 for eligible Americans, however, no longer features in the latest proposals. Now check this out. The first $1,200 stimulus check from mid-April would be worth almost $4,000 if invested into Bitcoin at that time. Now, how many of you who received a stimulus from the government actually put it into the king of all crypto? Because if you did, you are up almost 4x, so congratulations. Next, the UK meets its Brexit Waterloo. That's right. It's either make it or break it for the UK and European Union, agreeing at a Brexit trade deal. After many delayed a deadline, the last-ditch efforts to resolve their differences, the two sides now accept that time has run out, and that only in a matter of days or less stands between the UK leaving with a deal or crashing out of the European Union. We keep calm as always, and if there is still a way, we will see. The EU's chief negotiator, Michael Barnier, told reporters over the weekend the pound was suppressed on Monday as uncertainty took hold, and a surprise lack of trade deal would automatically shave off more of its value, analysts said last week. And as with any major geopolitical event, the potential for Bitcoin to profit briefly from the shockwave remains. We'll find out here later this week. Now, also, Nigel Farage last week, formerly the head of the pro-Brexit UK Independence Party, described Bitcoin as the ultimate anti-lockdown investment. That's right, I want to repeat this. Bitcoin is the ultimate anti-lockdown investment. Now, the buzzword is institutional FOMO. Let's go. Within Bitcoin, attention remains fixed on whether more fear of missing out from institutional investors will see more mass buy-ins and a squeeze on the supply. That's right. Even the mainstream media is entering the idea of a price transformation thanks to large volume players entering, something which is all the more possible thanks to the Fed propping up equities markets and creating artificial competition. So shout out to the Fed. Also, we have Grayscale, the investment giant worth over $10 billion in Bitcoin assets under management alone, which would be the first industry heavyweight to benefit under such circumstances. Institutional investors are keen on portfolio construction in the wake of COVID and the ways they need to reposition themselves given how governments have injected stimulus into the system. Managing director Michael Sonnenschein told Bloomberg signs that more cash is coming to Bitcoin already abound. Just last week, Guggenheim revealed that it had reserved the right to buy into Grayscale's Bitcoin Trust via its $5.3 billion macro opportunities fund, which is a pretty massive deal. Now, regardless of who and how, institutional FOMO places more pressure on the dwindling Bitcoin supply with price rises versus other assets. The only logical outcome, as I've been talking about right here in this show, I broke this down in great detail in yesterday's episode. If we see more institutional FOMO, this could cause a Bitcoin shortage, and this could drive the Bitcoin price from $20,000 to $200,000, as Max Kaiser predicts. Now, Henry Arslanian, the global crypto leader at PwC, summarized the situation to Bloomberg. The question investors will ask fund managers will gradually switch from why did you invest in crypto to why you have not yet invested into crypto. And smart institutions, they already know the deal. Their customers want BTC. It is what it is. If you don't give your customers what they want, they're going to find it somewhere else. And that, my friend, is a fact. Next, Bitcoin/USD is at a crucial resistance. That's right, focusing on short-term price action. Meanwhile, Bitcoin is at a crossroads, as Cointelegraph Markets analyst Michael Van de Poppe pointed out in his latest market update on Monday. Van de Poppe noted that a 19,200 Bitcoin could either retest 19,500 resistance or try to break lower during the next trading session. Now, both levels are very significant, and a shot above 19,500 would open up a clear move to expand on last week's all-time highs, possibly with the top as high as $21,000. Now, overall, we're in a range of resistance, which means no entries until the gain of the level. He summarized while waiting for 19,500 to appear. Van de Poppe also noted that the CME futures gaps, including a giant $1,300 void from last weekend, remains a major nearby chart feature. So a drop to just below 17,000 would, in fact, fully fill the larger gap. So do you think think the Bitcoin price is likely to break down and consolidate, filling that CME futures gap at around that $17,000 price point? Or do you think we'll climb, surpassing that $20,000 all-time high and potentially hit 21 to 22,000? Drop me a comment right down below. And before I break down our next story of the day, Bitcoin forms its highest weekly candle close in BTC history. Let's first take a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin up 1.66%, trading just above $19,100. We have Ethereum up about 2%, trading just below $600. We have XRP up 4.5%, trading at 61 cents. I also like to point out that there is a hard fork which is going to occur on the XRP network on December 12th, just a few days away. It's called Flare or the Spark token, and you'll be rewarded if you're holding your XRP. There is a snapshot that takes place on that day, and you'll be airdropped the token. So I know if you're an XRP holder, you're probably pretty excited to receive some free coins. We have Miss Litecoin up 6%, trading at $85.43. We have Chainlink up 3%, trading at $13.21. And we have Cardano up 1.3%, trading at 15.5 cents. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day. Bitcoin forms its highest weekly candle close in BTC history. That's right. After consolidating for many days, Bitcoin underwent one final push ahead of the weekly candle close, and it made it, breaking out to about 19,400. As Main of Tether pointed out, the highest weekly close ever on Bitcoin, and Blockfolio also pointed out the same thing. Bitcoin just made its highest weekly close in Bitcoin history. This is a great bullish indicator. There's other traders that recently noted Bitcoin has set its highest weekly close ever. Many see this as a validation that this isn't a double top near 20,000, as many analysts have been predicting on a macro basis. Analysts are now confident that Bitcoin will continue its ascent higher now that it has set a new high. However, while Bitcoin has made this technical accomplishment, there are some concern that a drop is still imminent, such as Raoul Pal recently shared that per the Denmark sequential, a key time-based technical indicator, he fears that a correction is likely. As he shared right here on crypto Twitter back on December 4th, Bitcoin is potentially facing some serious technical headways. The daily DMARC is showing a cluster on 2 13s and a 9, and tomorrow might put it in another 13. And following up on that, he also shared the weekly is stacking up counts too, and a larger correction looks very possible. And concerningly, the monthly has put in a 9 top, as he shares right here, and he concludes with this. This all puts the odds of a larger correction in play. Not a certainty, but top patterns across 3-time series are something to take seriously, and if you're not a long-term hodler, you might consider some caution in merited. Let's see. And if you're not familiar with Raoul Pal, he's a prominent Wall Street veteran and macro investor that spent his career running hedge funds and working as a head of hedge fund sales at Goldman Sachs. He retired from the hedge fund business and now researches markets and runs Real Vision for a living. He recently put 98% of his liquid net worth into Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you missed this bombshell he announced last week, he wrote, "Okay, last bomb. I have a sell order in tomorrow to sell all my gold and to scale it into Bitcoin and Ethereum 80-20. That means 80% into Bitcoin, 20% into Ether. I don't own anything else except some bond calls and some dollars. 98% of my liquid net worth. See, you can't categorize me except irresponsibly long." And I recently checked out his interview with Pompliano on the Pomp podcast, where he talks about why he sold his gold position for Bitcoin and Ethereum so he can be all in on cryptocurrency. And he just talks about Bitcoin having so much more upside potential than gold, even though he believes in gold and believes that it will continue to rise in value as a store of wealth. It's just Bitcoin is better. In fact, Bitcoin is a better version of gold than gold itself. And of course, we have the falling dollar, which is only going to help the Bitcoin gain momentum as a safe haven asset to hedge against inflation. That's right, the US dollar index, known as the DXY, is currently breaking below key support levels. This has resulted in a relative surge in value of foreign currencies. Many expect further losses in the value of the US dollar to value the Bitcoin bull case. That's right, money printer, continue to go and I'll just keep hedging against inflation and putting all of my wealth into the king of all crypto. That's a pretty good bet if you're to ask me. Now, before I break down our next story of the day, we talk about this bullish prediction from Blockfolio, as well as this very bullish price prediction from Planb, the creator of the stock to flow model, who's talking about Bitcoin having 100x room for growth, which would put the Bitcoin price at about $2 million per BTC. But first, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at $560 $69 billion with $112 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and current Bitcoin dominance is 62.6% according to CoinMarketCap. And now checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Zcash up 4%, trading just below 74 bucks. We have Ren up 4%, trading at 34 cents. We have Engine Coin, let's go ENJ, up 2.6%, trading at 15.4 cents, and Aragon up 2.4%, trading at $3.35. Now checking out the biggest losers within the top 100, we have Quant down 2.5%, trading at $11.89. Theta down 0.3%, trading at 68 cents. NXM down 2%, trading at $22. And Nano down about 0.5%, trading at $1.07. So as you can see, there's not that many losers in the market, as many of the coins are currently pumping, and this is a great indicator considering we just had the highest weekly Bitcoin close in the history of BTC. Now checking out the Binance margins, we can see it's almost even McGeven. I gotta say, Bitcoin bulls are barely in the lead at 50.01% versus 49.99% shorts. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Holla at your boy. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 94 in extreme greed, the highest I've ever seen it, which was yesterday a 95 in extreme greed, last week an 88, and last month an 88 in extreme greed. Now, if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that freaking dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, like we're witnessing in the market right now, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, now let's talk about some bullish Bitcoin price predictions. Blockfolio just tweeted at $50,000 per Bitcoin, its market cap would be 10% of gold's. Now the current gold market cap is above 9 trillion, but let's just hypothetically say 10 trillion for the sake of easy and round numbers. For Bitcoin to reach $50,000 per BTC, that would mean the Bitcoin market cap would be at about $1 trillion. And checking out the current Bitcoin market cap is currently sitting at 356 billion, which is currently larger than the largest banks in the world, including JP Morgan Chase, Bank of America, as well as China's biggest banks. So ultimately, the Bitcoin market cap would need to climb by about $640 billion to reach this $50,000 BTC. So when do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to cross $50,000? Do you feel it will happen in the first quarter of 2021, the second quarter, the third quarter, or by the fourth quarter? Let me know in the comments right down below. All right, now before I break down the latest tweets from Planb, as well as his 100x Bitcoin price prediction, which would put the Bitcoin price at approximately $2 million per BTC, first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below the video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 625 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. I also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button right below the video to receive daily crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. It also greatly supports the channel, and I greatly appreciate your support. Also, you can find us on all the major podcasting platforms, from Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience, to Apple's iTunes. You can also follow me on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is cryptonewsyes. And for those of you active on Facebook, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat, which is 100% uncensored. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down this bullish price prediction from Planb, who shared Bitcoin and central bank balance sheets, money printer go brrr, have gone hand in hand for the last 10 years, but now BTC is lagging behind about 2 orders of magnitude. 100x room for growth. What are your thoughts? And if you're not familiar with the stock to flow X model, it predicts a $100,000 Bitcoin price by December of next year and a $288,000 Bitcoin price medium average between the years 2020 and 2024. I think there is a lot of growth potential for Bitcoin, especially being the hardest form of sound money in existence with a limited scarce supply. And for Bitcoin to 100x from the $20,000 price point, which is virtually where we're almost at, that would put the Bitcoin price realistically likely at $2 million per BTC. I'm going to make my prediction right here. I feel the Bitcoin price will hit $1 million, hitting 7 digits for the first time in 2025, which is the year preceding the following halving, which is set to take place in 2024. Let me know your thoughts in the comments right down below. And now checking out Planb's latest tweet from this morning. He wrote, Bitcoin 200-week moving average, 7,500, monthly increase 5.5%. Looks like late 2016, early 2017, as he points out right here in this graph. Now, how many of you were around in crypto back in 2016, 2017? Let me know in the comments right down below, because we're about to witness some epic parabolic gains, which haven't been seen in quite some time. Now, checking out some of the responses, Bit Harrington wrote, 2012 halving was a 2013 moon mission, 2016 halving was a 2017 moon mission, and the 2020 halving will be a 2021 moon mission. Pump it. Let's go. Hashtag Bitcoin. Now, real quick, I just want to touch upon this book entitled The Bitcoin Standard, which just came in the mail. I appreciate all the support on crypto Twitter. I posted this yesterday, got 178 likes and 14 retweets. This book is written by Saifedean Ammous, and I also want to shout out Max Kaiser because it was him consistently talking about it on his Orange Pill podcast, as well as on the Kaiser Report, recommending it as a must read for any Bitcoiner. I finally decided to pick it up, and I'm glad I did during the holidays, because now when I'm traveling, I have something good to look forward to and read. And as it says on here, the decentralized alternative to central banking. How many of you have read this classic in the Bitcoin space? Let me know in the comments right down below. I just read the first chapter last night before crashing and going to bed, but I look forward to reading this entire book, and I'll keep you posted with my feedback as soon as I'm done reading it. Now for a quick recap of what I covered with you right here in today's show. We discussed the new US stimulus and Brexit, as Bitcoin is on the cusp of that $20,000 resistance, and I also shared with you the 5 things to watch out for in the Bitcoin market this week. Also, I shared a very bullish scenario for Bitcoin, as we just made its highest weekly close in Bitcoin history, as well as some very bullish price predictions. Blockfolio says at $50,000 per Bitcoin, its market cap would be 10% of gold's. A flippening will occur. It's only a matter of time. I also shared the latest bullishness from Planb, the creator of the stock to flow, who says that Bitcoin has 100x room for growth, which would put the Bitcoin price at about $2 million per BTC. And also shared his latest updates right here, which shows that the current market is resembling that of late 2016 and early 2017, and also shared the fact that I just finally got this book in the mail entitled The Bitcoin Standard, the decentralized alternative to central banking. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go next? Drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below the video in the description. You'll be glad you did register for this free system, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.